I might be underestimating the Sacramento Kings and misjudging their decision to trade Tyrese Haliburton for Domantas Sabonis. Originally, I thought this trade was stupid just like everybody else. The Sacramento Kings have made a great case for being the NBA's worst franchise over the past 16 or so seasons. The last time they made the playoffs was 2006. LeBron James was in his third year in the league at just 21 years old. He is now 38 in year 20. Trading away a young player as good as Tyrese Haliburton when you have been this bad for this long was surprising, to say the least. But this trade, although it sent young budding star and second-year player Tyrese Haliburton to the Indiana Pacers, has worked out great for the Kings. The player that Hallie is and the franchise that the Kings have been led me to laugh at this move like many others, and still question it throughout this season, even after their success. My main question has been, is giving up a young player as good as Haliburton worth it to be a playoff team without championship potential? I guess this all depends on how good you think Haliburton can be and how much of a threat you believe the Kings to be. The main problem that has been keeping me from saying this trade is a win-win has been my disbelief in the Kings' ability to compete in the postseason. I've had a lack of trust based on a number of factors. The first being, I just don't believe their stars are as good as other teams, to put it simply. The Denver Nuggets have Nikola Jokic, the Phoenix Suns have Kevin Durant, Clippers have Kawhi Leonard, Warriors have Stephen Curry, Lakers have LeBron James, and Anthony Davis, all superstar level players. Now, De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis are both great. Sabonis is the engine to the offensive juggernaut that is the Sacramento Kings. He will be able to punish teams down low, and his playmaking ability will be able to transfer into the postseason. Fox by far has been the clutch player of the year, and he's running away with these honors, and we know the damage he does with his slashing and mid-range shooting. These guys are amazing players, but are tiers below the best of the West. Not to mention Fox has never been to the playoffs. Ultimately, you rely on your stars to take you there in the playoffs. The Kings have been an all-time offensive team, but their stars are simply not as good as other teams in the Western Conference. Secondly, their defense is lackluster. While they are scoring more than any other team, they allow some of the most points in the entire league. This pretty much excludes them from championship contention. But this is exactly where I need to pause and rewind and realize this organization has been out of the playoffs since 2006. Making the playoffs is the first step in what I'm sure will be a multi-step franchise revival, and it's an amazing accomplishment. Basketball fans all over can celebrate for the Kings for finally climbing out of an all-time hole and passing that burden onto the Charlotte Hornets. But if they never reach championship potential, and they won't without major defensive improvements, is it still worth it? Finally getting back to the playoffs is a huge deal, but if that is all they accomplish, would trading Tyrese Haliburton seem like a mistake? Trading him was of course questionable. He had potential out the gate, but showed his potential as a number one last year. And this season, his first full season in a Pacers uniform, he became an all-star, averaging 21 points and 10 assists, on incredible efficiency. He still has room to grow as a scorer, and it's within the Pacers' best interest to get another wing scorer so he has less attention on him as the lead guy. As he develops and the Kings kind of stay as a good playoff team but far from championship potential, I think people could begin to look at this move differently. But I definitely do understand the win-win argument. 16 years without a playoff appearance and exhausted fans. Although Haliburton's potential was clear, I understand they didn't want to wait around for him to develop, but maybe they should have. Maybe it would have been worth it to trade Fox instead of Haliburton and let him develop. I think he will become a better player than Fox. He has played 3 less seasons while being right there with Fox currently. What do you think? Am I completely wrong and this trade was 100% the right move? Am I underestimating the Sacramento Kings or overestimating Tyrese Haliburton? Does it not matter how good Haliburton becomes because of Sacramento ending their drought? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Rxkz with Hoops x2. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. See you guys next time. Peace out.